What if I told you that humans once walked beside giants? Not in myth, not in fantasy, but in the cold, brutal reality of prehistory. Massive beasts that could crush a man with one strike. Creatures with fangs longer than your hand. Shadows that roamed beneath the ancient stars. Our ancestors saw them. Some ran from them. Some fought them. And some left behind evidence that still whispers their story today. This is the Forgotten Age, when man met monsters. Did prehistoric humans ever encounter giant creatures? Tens of thousands of years ago, when the earth was wild and frozen, and humanity was just a fragile spark in a vast world, enormous beasts ruled the land. Mammoths, saber-toothed tigers, woolly rhinoceroses, giant bears. They were not legends, they were real. But the question remains, did prehistoric humans truly encounter these giant creatures? Or are those stories merely shadows of imagination left behind by time? Let's travel back more than 20,000 years to the last great ice age, a time when nearly half the planet was covered in glaciers. The air was freezing, the nights endless, and survival meant constant struggle. The world was home to true giants. The woolly mammoth, over 3 meters tall, weighing up to 6 tons. The saber-toothed tiger, a predator with fangs nearly 20 centimeters long. The cave bear, towering 3 meters when standing upright. The woolly rhinoceros, with thick fur and deadly horns. And somewhere among them, small, vulnerable, but clever, stood our ancestors, armed only with stone spears and fire, trying to survive among the giants of a frozen earth. Archaeological discoveries tell us something extraordinary. Humans didn't just witness these giants, they lived with them and sometimes hunted them. In Chauvet Cave, France, ancient paintings more than 30,000 years old show mammoths, bison, and woolly rhinos in vivid detail. Proof that early humans saw these creatures with their own eyes. In Siberia, the remains of mammoth bones reveal clean cuts made with stone tools, showing that humans hunted and butchered them for meat, hide, and ivory. In the Americas, fossilized human footprints have been found alongside mammoth tracks, step for step, walking the same ancient path. The evidence is clear. The meeting between humans and Earth's giants wasn't a myth, it was history. Living among giants meant living in fear. A single swing from a mammoth's tusk could crush a human. A single strike from a saber-toothed tiger could end a life in seconds. But humanity had something no other species possessed: intelligence. Our ancestors learned to hunt in groups, to set traps, to use fire as a weapon, and to communicate through sound and gesture. Over time, the hunted became the hunters. Those first victories against beasts far stronger and larger changed the human spirit forever. They learned a lesson that echoes through time. Brains can conquer brawn. But mammoths and saber-toothed tigers weren't the only giants. The prehistoric world was filled with creatures so huge and strange that they seem almost mythical today. In Australia, there was Megalania, a giant lizard over 7 meters long, weighing half a ton. Aboriginal legends of the land dragon may have been born from encounters with it. In Asia, the Gigantopithecus, a colossal ape nearly 3 meters tall, roamed the forests. Some scientists believe legends like the Yeti or Bigfoot could be distant memories of this real creature. In South America, there was Megatherium, the giant ground sloth, 4 tons of slow-moving muscle and claws. These were the titans that once shared the earth with early humans, and perhaps inspired the first myths of monsters, gods, and giants. Around 10,000 years ago, the Ice Age began to end. The world warmed, the glaciers melted, forests replaced the tundra, and one by one, the giants disappeared. Many couldn't adapt to the rapid changes in climate, but some scientists believe another factor sealed their fate: us. Humans had become expert hunters, organized, strategic, unstoppable. Wherever humans spread, the great beasts vanished soon after. The age of giants came to an end, and in its place began the age of humanity. Even so, the story didn't end there. Across the world, ancient legends speak of creatures that seem to defy extinction. In the dense jungles of the Congo, tribes tell of Mokele Mbembe, a long-necked beast resembling a living dinosaur. In the Himalayas, tales of the Yeti, the snow giant, have persisted for centuries. And in North America, whispers of Bigfoot still haunt the forests. Are they myths or distant memories of the time when giants walked beside us? Perhaps those legends are echoes of a truth humanity refuses to forget. When we study ancient bones and cave paintings, we're not just uncovering the past of beasts, we're uncovering the story of ourselves. From fragile creatures huddled in the dark, humanity rose to dominate the planet, guided by intelligence, courage, and memory. The giants may have vanished, but their shadow still walks beside us, in our stories, in our fears, and in our dreams. Because perhaps the greatest lesson they left behind is this: to survive is not to be the strongest, but to be the smartest.